In the bustling city of Austin, Texas, there lived a young couple, Michael and Emily Carter. Michael was 29, working as a software developer for a growing startup, while Emily, 27, was a lifestyle blogger and aspiring nutritionist. They had been married for 3 years, and from the outside, their life looked perfect. A modern apartment overlooking the Colorado River, weekend brunches at local cafes, and evening walks around Zilker Park. But beneath this picture-perfect exterior, Michael had a quiet struggle he rarely shared. Michael often found himself rushing through life. His work demanded long hours in front of a screen, which made him restless. His social life with Emily was busy, but he often felt he couldn't fully stay present in the moment. Whether it was rushing through meals, rushing through conversations, or even rushing through their quality time together, he noticed a pattern. He was never lasting long enough in anything he did. He wanted to change. One evening, as they sat on the balcony watching the city lights flicker, Emily said softly, "You know, Mike, you're so talented, but you don't always give yourself enough time. You move too quickly from one thing to the next. Have you ever thought about learning to slow down?" Those words struck him. Michael realized Emily was right. It wasn't just about work deadlines or chores, it was a lifestyle problem. He wanted to be a man who could fully immerse himself in experiences without rushing, someone who could last longer in his focus, discipline, and emotional presence. The very next morning, he began a journey to uncover what he called his secret technique to last longer. Not in the shallow sense people often thought of, but in the deeper sense of living deliberately, with patience and presence. His first step was to study breathwork. He found a small studio downtown where a teacher named Laura Jensen taught classes on mindful breathing and meditation. At first, Michael thought it was silly, just sitting and breathing. But when Laura guided the class through simple rhythms, like inhaling deeply for 4 counts and exhaling for 6, something shifted. He felt his heart rate slow down. His thoughts weren't racing as much. At home, Emily noticed the difference. One evening while they were cooking together, she laughed and said, "You're not burning the garlic this time." He smiled, realizing that just slowing down his breathing while chopping vegetables made him more present. Michael's second step was learning the art of deliberate pacing. He applied it to exercise. Instead of rushing through push-ups and sprints, he started long-distance running around Lady Bird Lake. At first, he could barely keep a steady pace for 10 minutes. But gradually, with practice, he built endurance. Running taught him what slowing down truly meant: consistency and rhythm. Emily became his cheerleader. She often cycled beside him while he ran, calling out, "Keep your stride steady. Don't rush. Don't quit." That encouragement helped Michael push past his limits. Each run was a metaphor for his bigger goal: to build patience and last longer in everything. The third step in Michael's journey was mental focus training. He began journaling each morning, writing down 3 things he wanted to do that day. At night, he reflected, did he last long enough in conversations with Emily? Did he last long enough in focusing on his work without distraction? Did he last long enough in his personal commitments? Slowly, the answer became yes. But the real test came one weekend when Emily suggested a road trip to Santa Fe, New Mexico. The drive was long, over 10 hours. Normally, Michael would have been impatient, constantly asking, "Are we there yet?" But this time, he embraced the journey. They played music, shared stories, and even drove stretches in silence, enjoying the desert landscapes. When they arrived, Emily hugged him and said, "You're different now. You're patient. You're lasting longer in everything we do. I feel it." The secret, Michael realized, wasn't about any magic trick. It was about a shift in mindset, slowing down, being present, and giving yourself permission to experience the moment fully. Months later, Michael shared his journey in a community wellness workshop. He stood before an audience in Austin and told his story: how rushing through life had made him restless, how learning to breathe, pace, and focus had transformed him, and how the simple discipline of lasting longer in every moment had strengthened his marriage, his work, and his peace of mind. He ended with a message that resonated deeply. Lasting longer isn't about resisting something or forcing yourself. It's about learning to love the journey, not just the destination. Whether it's in your career, your fitness, your relationships, or even in everyday conversations, if you learn to last longer, you'll find joy you didn't know was missing. The audience applauded. Emily, sitting in the front row, had tears in her eyes. She knew better than anyone that Michael had discovered a secret many people chase but few understand, that patience, presence, and mindfulness were the keys to living a life where you don't just arrive, you truly endure. Over time, Michael became a mentor to others, guiding colleagues, friends, and even strangers in the city. He built a small YouTube channel where he shared his breathing techniques, pacing exercises, and journaling tips. The channel grew, not because of flashy titles, but because of authentic storytelling. His journey became proof that anyone could transform their life if they just learned the secret technique of slowing down, being mindful, and lasting longer. And so, from Austin to Santa Fe, from morning runs to late-night balcony talks, Michael and Emily's love story grew stronger. They weren't just surviving life anymore. They were lasting, together, patiently, fully, beautifully.